Alright guys, so this is going to be a video where I just felt kind of inspired to make because I was able to get the 90++ done without having Oberon or Koyenskaya over on the JP version of the game, although that's not entirely true. See, I don't have my own Oberon, but I can always borrow a friend, and with us getting the 90++ nodes over here on the NA side of things in, what, a couple of months whenever the Summer 7 event drops, you know, that's going to be a really big pain for a lot of different people. I know a lot of players are panicking because maybe they weren't able to get Oberon on the most recent rerun that he had, and you know his next banner, assuming we don't get another just random raid up for him, is going to be at the very end of the year, and that's going to be a few events where you don't have Oberon to kind of cheese your way through some of these fights. But I did want to show that it's still possible to get through these 90++ nodes. It is gonna require a little bit of thinking, and this did take a little workshopping on stream earlier today, but I was able to get it done. So the basic gist idea here of what we're doing is we're going to be using Castoria, putting her in the back where Waver is. Waver will then get destroyed by Chen Gong, which will then cycle in our friend Oberon over here, who will allow us to kind of finish things from there, with Ace the Savior over here being able to take out Wave 2, and then with Oberon's 50% battery and her own 50% battery, get back up to 100%, and she should be able to easily clear her way through this. So it's kind of a free-ish. You can see that, okay, yeah, we're using Chen Gong, we're using Waver. Those are servants that most people should have. And then the friend Oberon is something you can bring. It's really just for some of these weirder nodes, it's going to require you to maybe have a secondary support that you pulled for. Again, Castoria is always going to be one of the better ones you can get. And then obviously, just whoever you think is going to be good for the node. I'm using Ace the Savior because she has chaotic, or no, she has evil power mod, and the final enemy is Shuten Doji, who is chaotic evil. And the event CE not only gives you bonus damage, which often we do get bonus damage from some of these CEs, so this is not a hard thing to try to take advantage of. But it also gives you chaotic power mod as well. So Shuten being chaotic evil and us having our own evil power mod does make this significantly easier. But it's one of those things that I just wanted to demonstrate to show people that, you know, I always say, oh, well, I don't have my own Oberon, I don't have my own Koyenskaya, and I'm still able to get the 90++ done. You know, it's not that big of a deal, but I wanted to actually go through and demonstrate this for players so they could actually see what this looks like in practice. And we're also getting the bonus from the event. The only annoying thing is that we're not getting the full CE drop bonus because obviously we're using the damage CE on her to try to help her not necessarily secure the kill on Shuten at the end there, but it's more so because we just need the battery. Now, if the 5-star gacha CE was giving us battery, you could probably get away with using that because, again, we're rocking a pretty strong power mod. And again, with Oberon, plus the fact that I did go for NP2 on this because it is Summer Morgan after all, we should be able to get it done. But again, like, it shouldn't also be a thing where it's like, oh, well, ZTL, you're only able to get this done because it's NP2. It's like, well, no, this also worked out in other events using some of the free-to-plays, you know, for the Guda Guda event that we got later on this year, where the final enemy is a big old BB that you have to fight. The free-to-play ruler, EO, that you get is actually able to get it done with some decent card RNG if you're just doing double Castoria, because I obviously didn't have Oberon and I was still able to get it done. So it's not one of those things that's super giga impossible to get done. It just takes a little bit of thinking and mathing things out, if you will, if you don't have the brain dead buster farming setups, right? Because I know what the one weakness right now for buster farming is, oh no, you're gonna have to sometimes fight a really large enemy at the beginning node. Ooh, man, like sometimes the guy at the beginning is really tough, but it's not like that is the hardest thing to get around. I mean, it's like, oh, can the buster guys do enough damage? I'm like, oh, gee, I don't know. Will they be able to do enough damage? Probably. Probably not gonna be something that they really, well, I wouldn't say that they struggle with that much. It can be a struggle for some weaker boxes, I would say, if you don't have a specific guy that's able to, you know, maybe just pop all their buffs, or they don't have like a good power mod to deal with the larger enemy. The one I'm thinking from is Takasugi's event, where it's like a 480k enemy in the first wave. That could be a little bit annoying, especially if you don't, you know, have stuff set up. But even for this stuff, right, it's not planned and it's not really needed. But let's say that you don't have like your apt servant over here. As you can see, you know, we're just going to pop this over here because we're not going to need that anyway for the last night, so might as well get some bonus damage here. But we have Chen Gong on standby as well. You know, we just have him ready to go. Obviously, we don't want to use him right now because he would blow up our Oberon, and we kind of need Oberon. But if your servant was, say, NP1, or you don't have somebody with a crazy power mod, bringing that extra NP for Chen Gong and maybe even putting him second in the NP chain so he gets higher overcharge would definitely give you a better shot at being able to clear it, even with lower NP levels and whatnot. So, I don't know. It's just... yeah, they're annoying, and they can be kind of damage checks for a lot of different accounts, or it could be like, oh, you don't have Oberon, you're going to have to like think about this a little bit more, but it's not impossible. With the damage mods that some servants will get during events, and with some events also giving us the CE that does damage, which I feel is more common than not common for us to get stuff like that, where they will give us some type of CE that gives us a damage bonus, especially if it's like a lotto event or something, you know, they always pack those on, but... you know, obviously for lottos, you want to be running like a 6-slot team, but hey, if you can do a consistent 3-turn and you're going to be using like 100 billion apples, might as well just go for the 5, you know, CE drop to consistently clear it. But as you can see, yeah, we could just go ahead and fire Chen Gong's NP if we weren't able to kill here, but I'm pretty sure my ace was able to kill on the couple of runs. The only annoying thing was it came down to some face card RNG if we didn't have the CE max limit broken, but thankfully... this wasn't too hard to get max limit broken. I even got a lucky, cheeky drop out there. But yeah, as you can see, we just completely eviscerate the Shuten Doji over here. And this is just, again, with me only having Castoria, which is also why, you know, when I did the video talking about, like, oh, who's the best servant in the game, right? I was like, it's probably still Castoria. Even though Oberon's really good, he's a very nice addition to team comps. And he's definitely kind of necessary, but you still need people like your own Koyenskaya or your own Castoria. You need... a core support, right, instead of the additional support, which is, I guess, kind of the term I'm starting to use for Oberon, where Oberon is like the best additional support in the game, but Castoria is just like kind of the best unit in the game in general. But it's definitely something that you're able to get done, you know. Don't be intimidated by this when it comes out later on this year. It might take a little bit of some thinking, and sometimes it will be like, well, if you have specific servant B, they're able to get it done with, you know, no huss, no fuss, you know, nothing like that. But you know, if you experiment a little bit, you can get it done, right? And even here was the thing. I was just planning on using Ace the entire time just because I want to get that bond up. You know, I want to actually start using her a bit more because I don't have my own Koyenskaya. I don't have my own Oberon, so I can't usually break her out from most team comps. But if you get creative enough, you can even just start using servants you want. It just happens to work out that Shuten is chaotic evil, and that works out really well for this event. And, you know, her power mod works out. But I'm pretty sure, even if she didn't have the power mod, with just the... CE that we're rocking, she should still be able to take out the Shuten Doji. It's just unfortunate because the currency CEs don't offer any, you know, drop bonus. And if they offer drop bonus, then I'd definitely be going for those. You know, I definitely would go ahead and start popping those off. But sometimes it can just be a little bit annoying for these. You know, sometimes it is a matter of, well, you know, I would love to do a 6 CE drop, but unfortunately, this doesn't even offer me 30%. It gives me overcharge, and it gives me NP gain. That's surely nice, but it's not exactly what I need. Sometimes you just need that raw starting NP. And I mean, I even went out of my way to do her a pen skill, but turns out that wasn't very much needed. And now I am back in QP debt again. So that was, I don't want to call it a waste because I will keep using her, but I don't know. I guess it was a twofold thing that I wanted to show that Ace is a lot better than people were giving her credit for as well. Because, you know, it's like, oh, if you don't get the third skill, she's like a terrible dookie dog water. It's like, no, she's still really good. Even if you don't have Koyenskaya, you know, and you just got to know how to actually apply her and, you know, how to like build the team comps around her, but also that you don't need to have your own Oberon to get some of this stuff done. You know, sometimes just having the one Oberon with the new plug suit giving you the NP damage is kind of enough, right? Even though, oh, what, Ace doesn't, I don't think she has her own NP damage buff. Let me check that real quick. All right, yeah, I was just yapping a little bit. She does actually have a 20% NP damage buff on her first skill, and then she has a 30% on her third skill. But again, we didn't use the third skill. So I guess it's also just like, oh, like it'd be good for even like a Muramasa or something. If they could get enough NP looping back, they'd be able to do that. But yeah, just let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I like putting these out every now and then whenever we get the new 90+ pluses over on the JP side of things, because I think it's just nice to also be able to look back at this video when the event does drop on the NA side of things in 2 years, which is a bit of a doozy that we gotta wait 2 years, but you know, it'll be nice to be able to look back and be like, oh, okay, so this was the principle behind the team, but yeah, we could actually, you know, use somebody else. You know, maybe you don't have Ace the Savior, but I don't know, you have a really strong Benny Enma, I guess. Your Benny Enma is able to just, you know, chop up shooting Doji into bits. I don't really know if that would be true. I think you would need quite the strong Benny Enma, but you're getting the gist that I'm getting down, you know. You could break out something. Maybe your Kirei's really strong, who also has evil power mod or something. I don't know. But yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace. Late, guys.